In this video, we're going to review one of the best zero drop cushioned stability shoes on the market. So what makes this shoe unique is that most zero drop shoes, one, they don't have cushioning underneath, and two, they don't have stability elements to the shoe. So that's where the Altra Paradigm 7 comes into its own. Now Altra are renowned for being a zero drop shoe, and we'll talk about that later in the video and how you might adopt a zero drop compared to what you might be wearing now. And as a foot and ankle specialist who's provided 10 years of advice to patients on footwear, we're going to get stuck into the unique features of the Paradigm 7. So starting with the undersole of the shoe, we've got 30mm of cushioning in the rear foot and the forefoot as there's zero drop throughout the shoe. Having a zero drop helps to provide an even distribution of force across the undersurface of the foot, whether that's standing, walking or running. We've got some stability features in this shoe. So first of all, we got the Ego Max cushioning, which is a really firm type of cushioning that Altra have. So when you apply pressure to it, you don't necessarily sink into it too much. You quickly feel that firm end feel, and then it gives you some nice energy return. So it's got some nice responsiveness to it, but it's important to keep in mind that it's quite a firm cushioning. Unlike other wide toe box shoes like the Topo Phantom 3 or some of the other stability shoes on the market. Now they provide stability through the GuideRails system, so you can see this big piece here that comes up a lot from the midsole along the inside of the shoe and the outside of the shoe, and that comes up, cradles your heel, keeps it centered in the shoe, trying to control pronation moments throughout the gait cycle. It's got a really broad base of support underneath the forefoot along with some sole flare, and sole flare is where the shoe comes out wider than where your foot sits in the shoe. Both of these factors increase the contact with the ground, therefore increasing the stability of the shoe. The shoe doesn't narrow too much in the midfoot, again increasing that stability. So the side walls combined with the wide platform really help to add stability to the shoe and keep you nice and centered in the shoe. Interestingly, most stability shoes have a firm heel counter, and that helps to cradle the ankle conjunction with the side rails to help add stability to the ankle joint. So it's nice and soft on top of the Paradigm 7, so that's really helpful if you've got sensitivity on the back of your heel to conditions like Haglund's deformity. As we move up the shoe, Altra are renowned for having their anatomical toe box or foot shaped toe box. So as you can see, it's nice and wide. This allows your toes to splay nicely, adding lots of space in there. So if you've got conditions like Morton's neuroma or bunions, this is an excellent option to help provide pain relief and offload the plantar surface of the foot. It's got an engineered mesh on top, it's got a nice lockdown with the laces, and it's got mild padding around the heel counter. So in terms of use, you can use this shoe for walking or standing all day. When it comes to running, it's a good shoe for 5k, 10k runs, for easy runs. What you might find is with longer distances, it can be a little bit uncomfortable due to the firmness of the shoe. However, if you're used to that, then it shouldn't be a problem. Also, it doesn't have that energy return that you might like from other shoes like the Hoka Max 6 that gives you that springiness for race pace. So not necessarily a race shoe, but more of a classic stability shoe. If we were to think about other shoes in the market, it's a bit more like the Asics GT 2000 version 13, which is a bit firmer underneath than the version 12. Otherwise, if you haven't used a zero drop shoe before, it's important to think about a gradual reduction in stack height and in drop height. So if you're on a 10 to 8mm drop, consider dropping down to a shoe that's a 6 to 4mm drop before dropping down to a zero drop. A sudden drop down from 10mm down to 0mm can increase your risk of overload of the foot and cause some discomfort, so it's important to be very gradual in decreasing the heel drop. Otherwise, they're an excellent stability option and one that we often recommend to our patients who require offloading the forefoot and they want a stability shoe. If you've got any questions on the shoe, please leave them in the comment section below. We buy the shoes independently, so if you buy through the links, it helps fund the channel without affecting the price that you pay. If not, just liking, sharing and subscribing the video makes a big difference to the channel. Thank you very much for watching.